What is up, YouTube, and welcome to this Bad Batch finale ending explained. Now, while this show never quite hit the quality of the Clone Wars and the exciting week-to-week adventure of Rebels, the Bad Batch really had heart, but it was let down by its real small scope and repeated areas of the clones working out of a base of operations. However, as I always say, new Star Wars is always a treat after having the barren 90s and the post-prequel, pre-Disney takeover limbo years. The Bad Batch was always a weird choice, but its strengths were showing the rapid rise of the Empire and the brutal change from clone troopers to their own conscripts, complete with the destruction of Kamino. Now, I really enjoyed that, and it's why I kind of like Mandalorian even more than really the average viewer, because I really like seeing the dynamics shift. Like in The Mandalorian, we had it from the Empire over to the New Republic. The subtleties in the animation and the dialogue are what make Filoni Wars just a pure joy, as a stormtrooper chokes up, telling his commander that Kamino is no more. We saw little of the wider universe, and I believe a Mandalorian-style epic journey would have been a lot better. At least it would have been a bit more exciting. They never really had a goal, so to speak. They didn't really have anything they needed to go. They just saved Omega and that was it. The Bad Batch never felt like must-watch appointment viewing, like The Mandalorian or the last season of the Clone Wars. Admittedly, the writing of the Batch and Omega's assimilation with her brothers was the core of the episode, so while I would have loved Ahsoka, Sabine, or even Ezra Miller to show up out of nowhere, it would in a way betray the work the writers have done by just showing us some keys jangling. This episode would have been a lot better had it been a double episode finale for an hour, as it really wasn't that much set up, it was no payoff or anything like that. Omega, for all the fan theories, has shown really no hint of where she will go next, but the ending does possibly give us a hint in my head as I present my idea. At the end, the group survive the onslaught and escape. Omega even gets through to Crosshair while he says that good soldiers follow orders. I apologise for that terrible impression. He's decided that he won't be so militant and, kill the Bad Batch at the end of the episode, and decided that he won't actually take them out, as deep down he probably knows that he's just seen as expendable by Rampart and the new rising Empire. They are at an uneasy alliance, and I'm unsure how your boy Crosshair is going to escape the planet, but hey, that's a Crosshair problem. Now we see Nala Se taken to her new job with the Empire when she arrives at a planet run by the Empire, and is clearly there so her skills can be used to create clones. But wait, they didn't want clones. However, clones are a big thing in this kind of brewing underbelly of the Filoniverse. It's similar to how Galen Erso was used to create awful things. The woman is even wearing a similar uniform to Erso, but it's actually more identical to Pershing from The Mandalorian. Of course, Pershing was the one pursuing the cloning efforts in the subplot of The Mandalorian, and considering that both Empire members have the same patch on their arm, this is most likely one of the early facilities, just like we saw in Navarro in Chapter 12 of The Mandalorian. We saw the tubes with clones in that Mandalorian episode, and Pershing even applied via hologram. And I did like how Delta Squad were there as well, and my god, can we please get a Republic Commando too? I might have to settle and crash and just buy it on the Switch. It's clear that she has been hired to work on whatever Pershing's end goal is, but it's evident this is the early days of Palpatine's clone return. We know that he managed to create Snoke, and his body would no doubt have to have a midi-chlorian count, which is why Grogu was so important, and I imagine that Omega has some level of force sensitivity, which is why she was so smart and at times lucky, although this could be just another Mephisto-style theory. All of the shows are connected as they work on a Filoni-led MCU-style world, which is long overdue for fans. So I can see these plots being picked up in The Mandalorian, Rangers of the New Republic, and the many other things. The Disney sequel movies almost treated these fans with a kind of contempt, and it shows as the sequels were, my God, they weren't very good, were they? Now, I did find some entertainment in Force Awakens and Rise of the Skywalker, just for the popcorn entertainment, but not The Last Jedi. That thing is an abomination, and thank God Rian Johnson made Knives Out, because I couldn't stand hating him any longer, because I loved Brick and Looper. But I'm excited to see where this goes next, and the early days of Palpatine's actual cloning. So we're going to see where this goes, and there's no doubt that we're going to see possibly this pick up, and even this subplot could be picked up in the next season of The Mandalorian, maybe, as we see that in the future, because The Mandalorian is, you know, a saga ahead, so to speak. But let me know what you think down in the comments. Do drop a like down below if you enjoyed the video, and do subscribe with notifications on to never miss a video from us. If you never want to miss a video, that'd be nice. But I will see you soon. I'm off to see Free Guy, so expect a video from that over the weekend, possibly Sunday at some point. And stay safe, and do text your mother back. Goodbye.